Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Hadidi Makeovers, and I am here right here today with okay, action, start again. Don't worry, don't stop it, don't stop it. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Hadidi Makeovers right here. Today I am with Hasia Hassan, also known as
Lzeezaa Studios.
Okay, so guys, I know if you guys know who Lzeezaa is, if you're in Kaduna or you patronize Kaduna makeup artists, or you've heard of any Kaduna makeup artist, definitely her name is going to come up. Her name is Lzeezaa Studios. She's the turban queen of Kaduna. Yes, she is very good in tying her ties. Like my last video, the last video I uploaded, the raw silk tutorial I uploaded, she was here with me. I mentioned her name, and yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm going to be asking her a lot of questions. This right here are the questions I'm going to be asking her for today. And while I do her makeup, but it was supposed to be vice versa, she doing my makeup while I ask the questions. But maybe next time I'm going to invite her over. You know, I've never done professional makeup before, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, so I'm going to be asking her the questions now while we do the makeup, and hope you are ready for us.
I think so.
You think so? Why do you think so? Are you not scared? I'm going to be asking you personal questions.
I think I kept my fear as soon as I started YouTube, because I know it's going to get personal. Yep. So as soon as I opened the channel on YouTube, I just discarded that fear because it's personal.
It is personal. We have here is introduction. Introduce yourself, your name, your age, your marital status. Of course, you have a baby girl. How if I keep quiet?
So my name is Hasia Hassan. I am married and I have a baby girl. What else? I am 30 years old.
Okay, so how would you describe yourself? Like, how would you describe yourself? If I say Hasia Hassan, what?
Yeah.
That's your name. How would you describe Hasia Hassan?
I would say I'm a very outspoken person, and I'm a very loving person. I have a lot of love I want to give out there. So, everybody I meet, I think it comes natural to just give out that love, no matter how little it is. So basically, I'm outspoken, I am a loving person, and I'm a fun person. And outspoken in the sense that I really do talk a lot. I wouldn't say I make a lot of noise, because my conversations are always meaningful.
Yes. I am a witness to that. I know how it is, how she talks. Like when you are with her, right? There is this thing you feel. She says so. If you are not a good listener, then I don't think you are going to get anything out of it. Yeah. You understand? I understand. Like Aaron, the way she talks, she says, "Can we speak Hausa?" Because English is hard for me. Like the way she talks in a way to inspire people, to make people feel okay around her. I don't know,
it's not just you. Everybody is going through a whole lot,
Yes.
So I try
you don't just see people smiling and just assume that person is fine or that person is okay or anything like that. So I feel Hasia Hassan has a lot to tell us today. I know some interesting facts about you that people don't know about you.
Well,
can I give you an example?
Yes, please. Because I don't even know if there's anything interesting about. I don't know if there's anything interesting about me.
There is. Your father's name is Hassan, right?
Yeah.
Your husband's name is Hussein.
It's Hassan.
Hassan too? Hey, that's a fact. That's an interesting fact, right?
Yeah.
Your father is a twin.
Yes, my dad is a twin. My husband is a twin.
Wow.
And hopefully, I get to be a mother to twins.
Amen. Amen.
I love twins. My mom had triplets before me.
Really?
But they didn't make it after a month.
Wow. Triplets. You see that skin work?
Yeah.
See how flawless her skin is. Naturally, her skin does not have any blemishes, no spots, nothing like that. It's just a little bit dry. But after we moisturize, hydrated the skin a little bit, and the foundation is just sitting perfectly like that. So guys, what do you think? Let's move on to our next question. Okay, what are the most unbelievable information you've ever? Have you had any rumor, or is there anything unbelievable you've heard about yourself that people have been talking about? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
I think just once before I got married, I started makeup in 2014 and eventually balanced up as a makeup artist in 2018. So in 2020, I got myself a car as a birthday gift, and a lot of people, some family members, and some friends and some neighbors just didn't believe makeup actually paid me that well.
Yeah, I think that too.
To get a car. So I think that was just the unbelievable, and that's just it. They just feel like it's not legit. Maybe there's a man behind it, and if there was a man behind it, I think I wouldn't have a car now.
You'd have gotten a house.
I swear, I wouldn't even be here right now, and I wouldn't have this, because if that was the case, I'd be so overwhelmed with the money.
Yeah, I understand. I've been through that too. Like,
I don't even know why people
think
do that.
You can't get paid enough when you are a makeup artist, and doing this, getting a car does not mean like
it's just a necessity in the
God
job.
Bless you.
It's just
That's
a necessity in the job. You just need
you need a car
to be mobile.
Yes. Once in a while, like in Kaduna now, some people will be like, okay, so if you don't have a car, there's no way you can move around in Kaduna past 7 p.m. You can't 6, 7. You can't move around. Either do both, or you just have to get keke or something like that. Why makeup?
So after my diploma in 2014, I was jobless for a while, and I've always liked makeup, though my mom never allowed me use any makeup product until after secondary school. And even after secondary school, it was more of you only use powder and lip gloss, and I really wanted that pen look. So I started at home. We always have this pocket money we get from our dad monthly, so I used mine to buy products from AliExpress then, and I'll be so excited when they deliver it. You can imagine those white foundations, because I basically didn't know anything about makeup, so I was just buying these products from AliExpress, and they would come in white and sometimes beige foundation, and I would still use it like that, because why not? I bought this with my money.
So
and my dad he just wonders why I use my money for makeup rather than for other things kids
like,
wants to use their money for. So as time goes on, I started watching videos on YouTube. There's this lady, Uwani Aliyu on YouTube.
Yes,
she was the first person I learned
used to watch her videos. There's one that she was the one I learned that 50-50 daily from.
Exactly. That lady, I actually learned even how to, pose for pictures, film on my phone, make my tiny videos.
Also, you've been watching YouTube for a while.
I've been watching YouTube since I started Facebook in 2007. Started Facebook 2007, and I started YouTube in 2011. So I started watching Wani 2011.
Understand. So let's move on to the next question. Lzeezaa actually warned me about this. She said if she's answering questions, she'll jump into another story.
Exactly.
That was also an interesting fact about her.
I don't know. I talk about a whole lot of things at the same time.
Yeah, so tell us about how many, let's say, do you have friends?
I don't know if I should call them friends or acquaintances because at my wedding I had 80 bridesmaids.
80?
80 bridesmaids.
Yeah, we saw that.
So basically out of 80, I can tell you as at then I was only close to about 3.
Wow.
And then I was very close to just one person as at that time.
At the end?
Yeah. No, during that period, even counting the 80 people, I was really close to just 3 people. But the rest of them were all my family from Instagram. And I loved the way they showed me love. Some people came from Bauchi, some people from Katsina. I have a friend, her wedding is in a few days. Yeah. So I only have roughly 3 friends. And just three. I think after my wedding, we all went back to being online friends.
So I'm going to be applying the blush. Okay, so we've done why makeup. Are you self-taught as a makeup artist, or you've trained before with somebody like a professional or something?
Yeah, after like a year of YouTube, I went to Abuja and joined Monet's Beauty for a 1-week upgrade class, and then I've joined.
That means you were not taught like from beginning.
No.
As a beginner.
I learned from YouTube,
okay.
And then after a year of practicing, I moved to Abuja, Monet Beauties, for my first upgrade class. And then after that, in 2016, I joined Makiage Fandi, and I worked with her for
Makiage
3
Fandi
years.
from Kano, right?
Yes, Makiage Fandi from Kano. Then I just gained admission into BUK, Bayero University, Kano. So I worked with her for 3 years. I started as a gele artist. I was just tying her ties. And then from there, I moved to a studio assistant. And it was a pleasant ride with her. I learned a whole lot about makeup from her. And since then, I left her 2018 October, and I established my own studio here in Kaduna in 2018.
Wow, that's interesting. So how do you deal with clients? Let's say makeup wise, how do you deal with clients? Rude clients, latecomers, fraudulent clients? Tell me about it. Gist us. Let want to know.
I think those are the perks. Those are the perks of running a business. For the rude clients, I try to ignore. I try not to really let their energy affect me. I just make sure that I do my part and be truthful on my own part. So basically, I ignore the rude ones. I don't really answer. I just continue my work and forget them. And for the latecomers, I think I tolerate latecomers at my studio because it's my space, and you've already paid, so whichever time you come around, I still get to do my makeup. I still get to do your makeup, sorry. But then I have an opening time.
You don't understand the latecoming thing. What if, like now, I booked you for makeup, Amina books you for makeup, and she comes, you come, I was supposed to be here by 12, and it's already 12:30, I was not here. Amina booked you for 1 p.m. How do you deal with that?
And Amina comes before you, right?
Yeah.
So I do Amina's makeup, and then I do yours after. But if there's someone else for, let's say, 2 p.m., I still do the person's makeup before yours. So you only get to do your makeup when I have a free time. You get?
Okay.
So when if you're for 12 and then you don't show up till 1, I still attend to my clients for 1, 2, probably 3 before I even attend to you, because default was from you and not from me, because I was waiting for you.
I understand.
So it's mostly you make payment and then you get your booking time, but it's mostly first come first serve. If you make payment for 1 and then you show up by 3, you get your makeup by 3 or by 5, depending on how many clients are there already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fraudsters. Have you encountered any fraudster before? Like
Well, I had one experience in 2019 where three girls, I had a bride in a hotel, and then they insisted they were going to meet me up at the hotel because I wanted to decline their makeup, but they insisted they don't mind waiting. So I asked my bride if they could come over, and she said no problem. So when they came over, I did makeup for the three of them. Normally, you pay before I even start your makeup. You pay before I start your makeup, but that day it was a rush. There was three of them, and I was already running late. It was late. They were going for a dinner event, so I just started their makeup. And then when I was done and I asked for my payment, they started looking at each other. Oh, this person was supposed to do transfer, or that person was supposed to do transfer. And then
I don't understand.
Exactly. I got pissed. Like, you guys are supposed to organize this before even coming to my place. If one person is supposed to do the transfer, that person is supposed to have the money in their account and be ready to transfer it immediately. Not knowing they actually don't even have the complete money yet, and they were trying to look for a way to maneuver their way to their event and then settle me later. So one person paid for two of them. I was expecting payment for the third person, and she didn't get to pay, and I was already running late. It was late. I was tired. I said, okay, no problem. Since I know one of you, I would let the three of you go and then contact you later for my payment. So as soon as I got home, that was around 10 p.m., I sent the person I knew my details for payment, and she didn't pay. The following day, I kept calling and she was not responding. So I decided to locate the house of the person I knew, and then luckily for me, I met her dad. He was the one who answered the door, so
You followed her to her house?
Yeah, I had to.
Violence.
Then 8,000 naira was a whole lot of money to me, so I needed my money. So I went to her house, and then her dad took us to the friend's house, and luckily for me, we met the friend's mother.
Her dad had to take you to her friend's house?
Yeah, he had to, because he didn't even know. Funny enough, he didn't even know the girls were out for makeup that night. I don't even know. That's like a story for another day, because I don't know how my daughter would be out for makeup and I wouldn't know. Anyway, we got to the other person's house, and then the mom paid me my money.
Wow.
So you can imagine situations like that when you're supposed to be resting from a hectic day's work,
And
but no,
you
know, it's so annoying. And then people have this thing for people that for me, I don't know if I should say makeup artist, because I'm a makeup artist. I think I should relate with makeup artists. They just look at us as illiterates and people that are jobless and don't have anything else to do except that. I don't know. That's how they see us.
Yes.
And I can bet you, like 70% of makeup artists in Kaduna, I can vouch for Kaduna makeup artists in Kaduna, are graduates. Some of us are master's holders, but you guys just treat us as if
we don't know what we are doing.
I don't know.
Or we are hustling. We don't have any other option. This is the last thing we know how to do in life. Or maybe we are just doing it because we need the money. I tell my students every time, the kind of makeup artist you turn out to be doesn't matter. You don't want to be like me. You don't want to be like Lzeezaa. You don't want to be like other makeup artists. The only thing, just be you. You get what I'm trying to say?
The makeup artist.
Everybody has his own unique way of doing makeup. Do you understand? And the client also has their own unique way of what they want.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Somebody who wants to come to Aditi because I don't do heavy makeup, I don't apply too much eyeshadow, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't over contour the nose, I don't over highlight the cheekbones, I don't do that, I just want to do you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That is what makes me special. That is what somebody wants.
I think that's exactly what
Somebody
I meant
wants
by getting the right makeup artist. You don't just walk into a studio because the person knows how to do makeup. It's basically more of, everybody has a style. Which style am I comfortable with that I want? You understand? So that's why I said it doesn't matter if you do makeup every day or once a while. It will always be about the right person to do the makeup for you, and you're going to work out flawless.
Yes. That's the idea. So guys, let me do the eyes first. After I do the eyes, or maybe if I'm doing the eyes, I'm going to get back to you guys, because it's hard for me to do the eyes when I'm standing by a side.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do the eyes first, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay. What other things you enjoy doing besides makeup?
I love cooking.
Oh, we know that one.
I love cooking. I wouldn't say I love eating food, but I love cooking for people to eat. At first I felt like I loved cooking because I loved eating the food, but I don't realize that whenever I cook and then I have nobody to eat the food with me, I get sad.
Aww.
So I feel I love to cook for people to eat. So if I wasn't a makeup artist, I would definitely be a cook or a chef. And I love family time too. I've always had this whole idea of a big family. So whenever I have people over and they're celebrating, no matter how little,
You
makes me
enjoy
happy. Yeah,
the vibe.
yeah, I do.
I get what you're trying to say. So would you completely leave makeup? Like, would you completely leave makeup for another thing? If you have the opportunity? Like, let's say you get a job, a more paying job, would you go for that, or you just continue your makeup?
Makeup for me is not about the money. So even when I get a good paying job, I don't think I would want
It's
to
all
leave.
about passion.
Yeah, I want to leave makeup for that. Because another thing is makeup is flexible. It's mostly a weekend thing, and then the job is mostly for the working days, which are the 5 working days, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll leave makeup completely. Rather, I would do makeup side by side my new job and experience.
Okay. So do you think makeup artists are underrated?
I think so.
You feel they are underrated, or you think?
I feel so. People just tend to see makeup as, that is it not just makeup? I don't even know how to put it in English or put it in words, but they just have that, is it not just makeup?
Well, we the makeup artists know you go through a lot creating that, thinking about what to do on somebody's face, seeing the person for the first time, thinking of how to make that person look flawlessly beautiful.
Exactly.
And sells a lot emotionally, physically. It just consumes you. Am I right? Like
it's just that it's just like okay, I've been procrastinating starting YouTube for a while, and then eventually I joined YouTube. And seriously, when I came in today, I told her, Didi, this is not easy.
It is
not easy. To make just one video, I think I spent about 30 minutes blabbing about things. I start, and at a point I just get lost, or I start and at a point I just go all, oh no, it's not perfect, it has to be perfect. And these things we do for you guys, and you people just see it as,
you just watch it for 28 minutes. You know how many hours?
28 seconds. Some people just feel like, what is she doing? And when you're placed, it's just like watching football. People that watch football just keep shouting, give it to him, kick it there, oh, he should have done it this way. But then when they place you in that field, you wouldn't be able to do anything. So it's the same thing with this whole makeup scenario. When you give somebody a pencil, they can't even stabilize it enough to draw their brows, yet they call it, is it not just makeup? But we go through a whole lot to make you look beautiful. Instead of just thinking about how to make you look beautiful is something.
It's another stress on its own.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't
it
know,
is.
but
and people just,
and when you don't love makeup, or when you don't have passion for it, there is no way. I think you won't survive this industry.
No. When I came back to Kaduna in 2018, I just told myself that if you don't have patience, Hasia, you won't be able to do this. But because I feel like this whole gender, this female gender, working with female gender takes a lot of strength, patience,
and time,
because it's not really easy to deal with them. Some are too proud, some are too pompous, some just look down on a fellow female like
Sometimes,
who is she?
yes.
Especially when people are paying for your services.
Oh, that's
I've met men that really feel like we're doing a lot as makeup artists compared to
how the girl or the woman
or
feel.
how they feel about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then we're doing it for you guys, our gender, but then you guys still act all disrespectful and all.
They do. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Let's see, do you take your rants to social media? Once you're angry, do you take it, or somebody steps on your toes, like, most especially if it's about makeup? You know your page is about your business, your makeup and all of that, not your personal page. So do you take all the rants? Do you get angry on social media, or you just do your thing?
I used to take my rants to my social media, but then I felt like in a way it's having a negative impact on my page, because it makes people feel like I'm talking too much, or oh, that's not so much. People don't see things. They don't see things the way you see things.
Yes.
So when you voice out what makes you angry, they just feel like, oh, it's not even that bad. Why is she making a whole lot of noise about it? So I just noticed it just doesn't really
give us an example of the ranting part. Have something ever happened to you? Have you've taken it to social media before, right?
I had an experience with a client where she paid for makeup, and then she decided to cancel last minute. And normally you see on our pages we always write no refunds, but I try to do this. I tell you, if the default is from you, I am not refunding. If the default is from me, I would refund your money. But if the default is an unforeseen circumstance, I tend to give you parts of your money, because I was affected in the way that maybe I lost
other
clients just to take yours. So in this person's case, she changed her mind last minute because she didn't change her mind. I was supposed to go to the house to do her makeup that very day. And then I kept calling. I was on my way. I actually called her before leaving my studio, and I told her I wasn't familiar with her environment, and I wanted to get description from her or somebody who knows the place. And then she said, okay, no problem. Okay, keep your phone close to you. She said, yeah, no problem. I kept calling and calling and calling. I think I called for almost 20 times. She didn't pick. I was on the street. I didn't know which house in particular I was going to. And I kept calling and she didn't pick. Eventually, when she picked the call, I was already on my way back to my studio. And that's like it's like a journey from my studio to her house. And I told her, oh, I'm already off your street, but I can turn around. Just keep your phone closed. When I'm in the street, I'll tell you where I am, and then you describe from there. I got there, I called again, and this lady did not pick her call. So I decided to turn around and go back to my studio. Mind you, I had another client in the studio
waiting for you
for 2 hours after her own time. So I just got to the studio, started my client's makeup, and she came down to, she kept calling, and I equally refused to pick, because, well, as far as I'm concerned, default wasn't from me. I got to your house, and then you didn't
You even had to give her the second chance of going back
again. So when she came, she kept screaming. My studio was filled up with clients, and she kept screaming on top of her voice. She was speaking Hausa, and she was just talking to me anyhow. Mind you, this girl now I thought was an elderly lady is a child. You get? So imagine
you've not met her before.
Yeah, I've not met her before. It's our first time doing makeup with me, and we're talking for over the phone. We've not really met in person. So I got pissed, one, because it wasn't my fault, it was her fault. And then secondly, she was a child and she's talking to me like my junior. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that was so annoying for me. And like I said, I always ignore. I don't respond. I don't say anything. So I just refused to talk to her. And then one of my clients just said, please answer and all. And I asked her what she wants me to do. Because then I was even ready to refund. Like, I don't like wahala. Collect your money, they go. And she said, even if I refund, she wouldn't get anybody to do her makeup last minute. So she still wants me to do her makeup. And she doesn't mind staying in the studio.
Okay.
And she stayed in the studio while
And that
I
was
did
how
her
you guys
makeup. But I
finished.
had to do her makeup about 3 people after. So during her makeup, she told me she wanted a red lipstick, and then after applying the red lipstick, she'd used her phone, Snapchat, blah blah. Oh no, one jump by Kim be mink your biasa by Kina, please change it. I always ask my clients, sister, what do you want? Because I hate cleaning and adjusting and all that. So it just destabilized my day, and I came to social media to talk to people about, if you have an appointment for so time, please keep to time and all that.
Yeah,
I didn't
so
really
like
explain what
something-
happened exactly because the story was long, and personally I hate writing long stories. I'm not really a fan of writing, and then if I was supposed to make video, it would be too long and people would just get bored at a point. So I just summarized the whole thing. And some people had the audacity to send me a DM telling me that what's there if you go and wait. I know makeup artists in Abuja and Lagos that
They charge
you for
late
late coming.
coming.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I don't
They charge
understand.
you
We're
for late
doing
coming.
the
How will
same
you
thing.
come and just
I'm doing the
be
same
saying
thing this
things
makeup
like that?
artist is doing. I'm doing the same thing she's doing. I'm using almost the same product, probably even more expensive product than she's using. So I don't understand why my case would be different. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're in Kaduna or in Abuja or in Lagos. A makeup artist is a makeup artist. The process is the same. So I don't understand why you tell me I cannot act that way because of the environment I'm in. So you can imagine someone telling me the whole rant was unnecessary because what's there if you wait. That I was supposed to understand.
I would have
exactly.
attended to? Do you know
That I
how
was
many
supposed to understand what she was doing at that point.
you're married, and how does this affect you as a makeup artist? Some people want to know. Somebody might be married today and she wants to know, okay, if she starts makeup, what will happen to her business? How will she cope? Having a baby and all of that, how do you cope? And in the midst of everything, you now started makeup, like after the wedding you continued, like you were
For me, at first it depends on who your partner is. Some partners actually tell you, well, after marriage I don't want you doing this. Some don't want you on social media. So I think you should first have the conversation with your partner first, and then you decide what makeup will be for you after marriage. For me, my partner wasn't he had no issues with me doing makeup after marriage, so it wasn't all that bad. I think I resumed work a week after my wedding because I already had brides lined up and all that. But pregnancy came, and pregnancy was one of the worst experience in my life, but worse than a beautiful experience in my life. I was in and out of the hospital. I've never been home for more than a week. I was in and out of the hospital from day one all the way to when I gave birth. So that experience got me. I was depressed after I gave birth. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to make up. I didn't want to cook. I didn't even want to clean or even dress up. I just wanted to just lie down there because everything is just everywhere for me. It took me about 8 months to resume makeup, but I was passionate about makeup, and I think that was where I got my energy back from, because it was something I always wanted to do. So it depends on your partner. It depends on how marriage turns out to be. My experience might not be the same thing as yours, but be positive. If makeup is something you're passionate about, I feel like you shouldn't really find it hard to do after. It's just almost the same thing as running a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
That's how I see makeup. It's the same thing. It probably pays.
If you can
even
manage
better.
that, then you
Yeah.
should be able to manage this.
So now that I have a kid, I don't have a nanny, so I still do my makeup and take care of my home and take care of my baby. It depends on you personally. That part depends on you personally. If you feel you want to have a nanny, please do, because kids are overwhelming. But if you feel like you're not comfortable with having your child with someone else, you can still take care of, and you feel you have the energy, because it is draining. You have the energy to take care of your family, take care of your child, and still run your business. Please do go ahead and do it. But don't use someone else's experience and weigh what you can take, because if you feel like oh no, I can't take this, you've not found yourself in that situation. You might take it way better than that person is taking it. So do what is best for you. Do not really work with other people. Just do you. I feel I took my time to come back to makeup. And
yeah, I wanted to even ask you about that. You went MIA for a while.
Yeah,
it was all part of the postpartum something, right?
Yes, depression is real, my dear. It is real. I had zero interest for anything and everything. I stopped picking my calls. My husband picks my calls. Even my mom, even when my mom calls, I just get angry. Like, why are you calling me? What do you want? And I had friends that were understanding then. I had Glam by Pfizer. She calls a lot, and I don't pick, but she still calls. And Makeovers by BB too. Very understanding. So I had understanding family. They were there even with the fact that I didn't want to have anything to do with them, but then they still stayed. I feel maybe they understood what I was going through. There were days that I spent 2-3 days without taking my bath because I didn't want to move from where I was.
Wow, it was that bad.
It was that bad. And then people on social media just feel like they don't care what you're going through. They just want you to show up. Please, whatsoever someone does to you, always consider what the person might be going through, why that person did what they did to you. I went MIA for 8 months after birth. Yeah, 8 months, and I just resumed work, and I can tell you that those 8 months were the best bitter days of my life. But then it gave me this beautiful girl.
Yeah, Haifa.
Super active, beautiful
walking
girl.
and walking since. See her head.
So
okay, so moving on to the next question. Now we are rounding up the makeup. As you can see, she talked about having a YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I
just
started.
So you guys should head up to her page, subscribe, share her videos, and there's a lot more for you guys to see about her, right?
Yeah,
About
the YouTube
Haifa.
page is,
Her name is Haifa. Her husband. You know, people like her, boy. People
my
like
husband
saucy.
is a twin, so
He's
there's
a
going to
twin.
be a lot.
So there's going to be a lot of content. And do you know another fact about you is her husband's twin. His wife looks like her.
Yeah, so
Wallahi, they look alike. So
so
it now looks as if twins got married to another twins. Like, it's just somehow, yeah. But you guys should head on to our page if you're curious to know more. If you want to know more, you can head on to our page, Hasia Hassan at Lzeezas Studio. She's also on Instagram.
Lzeezaa Studios on Instagram, Hasia Hassan on YouTube. I changed it from Lzeezaa Studios because I feel like I'm going to be putting on food and makeup and lifestyle. So Lzeezaa Studios is mostly for makeup. So I think my name is just the best.
Okay.
For now.
I forgot to ask her why Lzeezaa. Just us about that name.
Well,
something
Lzeezaa,
sharp so that we'll just finish up.
Lzeezaa is from, I got Lzeezaa from the word Lzeezaa. Lzeezaa is an Arabic name which means something delicious or something sumptuous. That's where I got Lzeezaa from. So I actually didn't get it myself. I had this ex-boyfriend who called me Lzeezaa. It's like I don't know how to explain that word, but it was a pet name he gave me. And then when I was opening my page on Instagram, I just used Lzeezaa Studios, and I've been using it all this while. I use it for my food page too. lather menu, and I use it as Lzeezaa on Instagram. Basically that was how I got the name, and I haven't really changed it because at first I just felt like in 2019 I was registering my company name, and I wanted to change it, but I felt like it was unique. I want people to search for Lzeezaa, and I should be, at least in Nigeria, the only person bearing that name that does makeup.
Okay, guys, so this is it. We are done with the makeup, with the decorations. I hope you guys enjoy having her around. So when next you come on this channel, you're doing my makeup.
Inshallah.
So let's see how this goes. Yeah, so you guys can go to her YouTube channel, go and subscribe, follow, and also share the videos. She has so many contents to give us, and I am Hadidi Makeovers right here. You can go subscribe now if you want more of this type of videos. I have other makeup artists lining up to see and show us content, tell us more, advice, motivations, and all of that. We need inspiration. We want people like her to come and then showcase what they do and all of that. So I am Hadidi Makeovers once again. I am going to be signing off now. So I want you guys to please subscribe. If you're joining us here for the first time, don't forget to go check out the channel. This is Hadidi Makeovers right here. I love you guys so much. Bye.